Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before I continue, subscribe to our channel. This is the level involved or forced hedge firm to post extra collateral at this time. It is evident that I was mistaken. Realistically, we must keep in mind that they are doing everything possible to drive the price as low as possible, mostly due to the fact that we are now considering a 1 of 10 reverse split and the conversion of AMC preferred equity into AMC. Once this occurs, the number of outstanding shares will decrease to around 120 million from 14 billion. Therefore, we would have a significantly smaller float and it would be much harder for them to continue doing what they are doing. However, I am uncertain as to how much a capital they had on hand, despite the fact that they are in a liquidity problem and cannot continue doing what they are doing again. We have witnessed widespread destruction on the market, right? And I am not saying it's all because of MC, but I wouldn't be surprised if hedge fund market makers and prime brokers were selling off as many shares as possible to enable them to continue making this hazard derivative figures. However, we must also keep in mind that the lower they bring the price, the bigger the margin they must post in accordance with their collateral requirements. Now, gentlemen, the derivatives market is approximately $2 quadrillion in the total size. Thus, they are in a terrible position. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind. However, we must realize that the reason they are fighting us so fiercely is because AMC is likely the most risky stock for them. Robert, starting here, you go $5 haircuts, 100 collateral margin gun from the small or the short market makers or the short hedge fund. With regard to maintenance margin, starting the maintenance margin is the margin which must be maintained in all customer accounts except the set forth in whatever 25 of a current market value of a margin security to $50 per share or 100% of a current market value of each stock, short of it selling it for less than $5 in additional to paying their 100% of cost borrow to roll over these shares. They are also paying 250 or 100% of a current market value, which is the full market value now. Gentlemen, I am not sure if anyone else who read this noticed exactly what I see here. However, this practically implies that they are burning through money day after day, over and over and over again. It is does not necessarily matter how long they continue to delay action. There is no expense associated with holding on our MNC share, and it is costing us everything while costing them everything. However, it is also important to keep in mind that they will not necessarily adhere to the regulations. In response to that last tweet, Teddy Doyle started that they are not playing by the rules and they not care. They have no qualm about a government watchdogs. They should be very terrified of retail investors because, guys, not only do we have so many diversified and unique skill sets that might potentially bring them down, but we also appear to be the most powerful community that has ever challenged Wall Street. So yes, they can defer responsibility. They are unrestricted in their action. The most crucial aspect, however, is that they continue to reinforce their positions about C. Again, looking at the price in relation to the short volume of Fox, we have witnessed nothing but a parabolic ascent. Despite our presence, they continue to short more than 50% of all shares traded on the daily basis, and only reason the price is currently where it is because they continue to drive us down again. Short volume as the Wednesday is approximately 54.1% of the closing price, which is down marginally to 3.84 cents again. It appears that they do not believe they can force it down significantly further. Simultaneously, we are observing an increasing in delivery failures. Now, gentlemen, we are literally 2 days away from the beginning of a December first half, but I can tell you right now that we are a beginning of to observe significant rises in this data point, which indicates that we are moving towards January or June of 2021 or November 14th. Almost 4.3 million shares failed to deliver once again. Using my verification scroll to travel back in time to where we are back then. Here we are with June and July high number. However, what do we see? Right, we observe a rise in the quantity of a red that content used to occur, indicating that next sorting by hedge fund, which is what causes this, will continue. In additional, There will be continue to be significant challenges in this area, guys. There is a way that we can continue to battle against them, and it involves the manner in which we currently hold our shares. As a on super stock, you started that there are three types of shares. Correct? You possess the physical certificate which has been validated, the directly registered shares which are uncertified, and the street name shares which are beneficial shares. All fall into one of these groups again. A physical document, the security is registered in your name with the issuer, and you are obtain a physical stock or bond certificate representing your ownership. This is how I acquired stocks as a child. I distinctly recall things on how good this is my stock as if my parents would be purchase it for me. This is no longer the case. It is aggravating. Then again, dealer do direct registration, security registration in your name on the issuer book, and either the company or its transfer agent has security in book and reformal or street name. Security, it's a dealer direct registration security. Oh wow, sorry, on the issuer books a security is registered in the name of your brokerage firm, and your brokerage firm holds a security for a and book and transfer. Isn't that the one you don't want? That's the one that allow them to loan it to short sellers so that can continue to kick the can down the road, and they basically do anything they want in terms of driving down the share price. Imagine having a share of a stock that permits other to depreciate at a totally ridiculous to ensure that we are traveling in the proper way. However, we must remember that there are other excellent opportunities including direct registration. Now, gentlemen, the one thing we do not want at this time is for any of these hedge fund market makers or short sellers to be allowed to continue engaging in this type of behavior. Is one of the reason why we discuss direct registrations and all of these other things that continue to occur. Discuss feasibility of fractional shares of it and the and C for that matter, but in general A, B and C on your good. I have in fact sold my shares. You are free to do whatever you like. We must keep in mind, and Wall Street is actively working against us in every way possible. I believe that this is the most important aspect of the situation, since they will continue to actively fight. Therefore, they can put the problem of a till later. We are able to hold as many shares as we like. There is no doubt in my mind that their position is compromised, and there is no doubt in my view that we have the upper hand with the current situation. But the gentlemen, we must ensure that we fight in a shrewd manner. If we are the create fair, equitable, efficient, and a transparent market in the very near future, but the regardless of what they do, how hedge funds are already doomed. That concludes our work for the day. Thank you so much again for joining us. Please hit the thumbnail, please hit the thumbs up button, and subscribe my YouTube channel for AMC update. Thanks for watching.